For many years, the dream of personalized learning has been difficult, if not impossible, to realize. Educators have worked very hard to teach concepts in a variety of ways to help students of diverse backgrounds and abilities learn what they need to learn to be successful in their education. For example, as hard as I have tried to break down difficult concepts and explain them in ways that I think students will understand, I know that some students will still have problems grasping the information. In the past, the only way I could overcome this variability in understanding and learning was to meet with students on an individual basis. With teaching a full load of courses with full enrollments, we can see that we only have so much time. This method is not scalable. Enter the artificial intelligence custom chatbot. We now have the ability to create personalized learning by developing custom chatbots. These chatbots can be developed using the extremely powerful large language models, or LLMs, such as GPT-4o and Gemini, which are now available for free use. The chatbots can present information in a variety of ways to create personalized learning. The bots can be constrained to content such as Creative Commons licensed text, or content created by instructors, which helps to focus learning. We can generate original ways for promoting learning, such as interactive games, tutors, and feedback bots for checking homework. I have developed custom chatbots in 2 AI platforms. OpenAI now allows free use of custom GPTs using the GPT-4o LLM, and PoAI also uses GPT-4o, along with Gemini, Claude, and other LLMs. My first bots were in Po, and my very first bot was an Anatomy and Physiology tutor. The AMP tutor bot was trained on the OpenStax AMP text, along with 2 of my books, An Easy Guide to Learning AMP and an e-text of AMP. I also created libraries for images from Wikimedia Commons, my own 3D models, my YouTube videos, and interactive learning activities. Here are some demos. So this demo is for the Anatomy Tutor bot. This is one of the first bots I put together, and my students have been using this over the last semester. This one is trained on the OpenStax text, and as well as a couple of the books that I've written, along with some image libraries, video libraries, 3D models, and interactive activities. So let's go ahead and take a look at how this works. So I would say, can you help me learn about brain anatomy? And it does. And so it'll give me kind of an overview of the brain, and then it also gives you some interactive models. So here's the brain model. Let me just resize this really quick so you can see it. So there's a brain model that I developed with all annotations, so students can use this for learning if they want to learn the structures. All right, and then also it includes interactive activities. So once again, you can take a look at those. Here's a brain activity for brain anatomy, and they can just basically interact with this and click on the different parts of the brain and learn about the parts. I could also ask it if it has some videos. Do you have any videos about brain anatomy? And sure enough, it does. It has this is from my YouTube channel, the brain anatomy video. So it can also explain things at different levels. For example, I could say, can you explain the function of the lobes of the brain at and let's say 6th grade level? And sure enough, it does. It makes it simpler. So you can either drill down into one part of this, and you can have it explain things at all different levels. There again, it gives you the models and interactive activities to help you learn. And then I could even ask it, can you explain the function of the lobes in the form of a story? And sure enough, it comes up with a story. So it talks about Brainville and then, all the different lobes and things, and it references everything as well. So there again, students can learn content at all different levels. It creates the personalized learning paths. Even, tell it in the form of a story. I could even ask it to do a teaching case on the lobes of the brain. And sure enough, it gives me a teaching case. So I could do this even on the fly, like in a classroom, and then have students maybe work on this in groups, answer some of these questions, or, have it like not give the answers, and have the students, learn about the lobes of the brain with a teaching case. All right, so that's the Anatomy Tutor. So this one is over in OpenAI, and it's my hospital drama adventure, which is an interactive game that students can explore different parts of this fictitious hospital, and then it creates scenarios and asks questions. So what I'll do with this is, students can do this on their own if they want, or I'll actually bring this up in class, and we'll just sort of play the game in class. So let's begin. And what it'll do is it'll use DALL-E to create an image of the fictitious hospital St. Anatomica. All right, so there it is. There's St. Anatomica, and it doesn't spell real good, but that's okay. And then it gives you a multiple choice list of all of the departments in the hospital that you can explore. So let's just pick one. Maybe we'll just do cardiology. That's a good one. So I'll just choose K. And then what it'll do is it'll create a scenario. So, it gives you like a scene. You find yourself in the bustling cardiology ward. Dr. Ventricle, the head cardiologist, welcomes you. And, it's kind of fun. And so it makes learning a little more fun. Then it asks you questions. So, which chamber of the heart pumps oxygenated blood to the body? That would be the left ventricle. So let's just choose D. We'll choose a correct answer first. And again, students can play this in class. And then Dr. Ventricle nods approvingly, so it gives you more about the story, and then continues asking questions. So you'll just continue along, answering the questions, and then you'll actually earn some points. And after you get 100 points or so, it will give you a little award. So that's the hospital drama adventure. All right, so this demo is for my talking tutor, which mimics the Socratic method of teaching. And what it does is you talk to it on your phone, use the mobile app for OpenAI, and students could actually talk to it, and it will teach them anatomy and physiology. So let's give it a try. Hello.
Hi there. Which topic in anatomy and physiology are you interested in exploring today?
Well, I need to learn something about heart anatomy. Can you help me with that?
Sure. Let's start with a basic question. What do you already know about the heart's role in the human body?
Well, I know it pumps blood, but I don't really know much else.
Great starting point. The heart indeed pumps blood, but let's dive a bit deeper. Can you think about why it's important for blood to circulate through the body? What might be some key functions of blood that require it to keep moving?
Well, I think blood carries oxygen over to the tissues and the cells.
Exactly right. Blood carries oxygen to tissues, which is crucial for their function. Now, let's think about the structure of the heart. Why do you think the heart has different chambers? What might be the purpose of having multiple chambers instead of just one big pump?
Yeah, that's a good one. Maybe because blood has to go like different places?
You're on the right track. The heart has 4 chambers, 2 atria and 2 ventricles. This separation helps manage the flow of oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. Why do you think it's important to keep oxygenated blood and deoxygenated blood separate?
Hey, can you help me learn this through a teaching case or a scenario?
Absolutely. Let's imagine a scenario involving a marathon runner named Sarah. Sarah's heart needs to pump blood efficiently to support her running. Her heart has 4 chambers, the right atrium, right ventricle, left atrium, and left ventricle. Now, Sarah's muscles need a lot of oxygen while she runs. Think about this. Sarah's blood flows through her heart in a specific sequence. What do you think happens to blood that returns from her muscles, which is now low in oxygen? Where in the heart does this deoxygenated blood go first?
Well, I think it goes over to the right side of the heart. Is that right?
Exactly. The deoxygenated blood from Sarah's muscles returns to the right side of her heart, specifically to the right atrium. From there, it moves into the right ventricle. Now think about where this blood needs to go to pick up more oxygen. What do you think happens next?
All right, I think that's enough for now. Thank you.
You're welcome. Feel free to reach out anytime if you want to continue learning. Have a great day.
So you see, the bot will continue to ask questions and hopefully stimulate thinking. It can also produce scenarios and teaching cases to help students understand, the concepts a little bit better.